Hello and welcome back to Concert Critiques in Cars with Emily. I'm super excited. I'm in the passenger seat right now, so this is excellent. All right, so let's just get into it. It's a lot. It's gonna be a lot. I took a lot of notes tonight. Super excited. I originally had tickets to see this band pre-COVID, and I was super excited. It was their 20-year anniversary tour for their first album. Tonight was not that. They came out with a new album last month. So so anyway, the headliner was Coheed and Cambria. Alkaline Trio was the middle opener, and then Mothica was the first opener. Let's just dive right in, because again, it's a lot. So Mothica started, female singer, was a little bit worried, but I actually really enjoyed the set for the most part. So that was like, whew, okay, good. So first of all, the drum kit, super awesome. Loved the lights, really cool effect, and then it changed colors throughout the set for different songs, so that was really cool. Love the drum kit, awesome. I really liked the chorus and the bridge of the first song. For the second song, I really liked the shift in the music during the second verse. I thought that was really cool. Then after that, she talked about optimism. I don't even know. I tried to write it down. I don't know. But the point of that conversation became about depression and how, she felt compared to everyone else who always seemed super happy and excited. So then during that song, after she had talked about that, I really liked the pre-chorus and the lyrics of the chorus. I thought that was my favorite part of that song. Then after that, she took a stool from a little bit behind, not behind the stage, but from the back part of their set. And she told a story about how they got the name Mothica, about how she was watching moths run into a light and how they were running into the thing that would eventually destroy them. And that's in middle school. That's kind of what she wanted to do. And then she told a story that last time she was here, she got so drunk that she actually slept here, and the band went to the next city ahead of her without her. And that she's been 3 years sober. So it was a story. Which actually I thought was kind of rare, especially in terms of openers. They oftentimes just play the 6 songs and move on to get people exposed. So the fact that she kind of took the time to tell the story, I thought that was interesting. And then she talked about how she did try to commit suicide at the age of 15. Please, if you are having any thoughts like that, reach out. There are so many resources. Please, please, please. So then it was a song for her younger self. So there was definitely a slower start, whereas only the guitarist. I really liked the chorus. The drummer then came during the second verse, and I actually also really liked once the drummer came back in. I thought it was a really nice song. After that, I really liked the build up to the chorus, and then the drums in the chorus for that follow-up song. And the next song had a heavier start, and I really enjoyed the pre-chorus, and I thought it was a good song, but for some reason it just wasn't my personal favorite. But it was good, it just wasn't my favorite. Then after that, they played Buzzkill. I really liked the second verse. It had a really good, quick, short feel to it, and I really liked the pre-chorus as well. Again, that short, quick feel. And then after that, their last song she said it was a song she never played before, so she was like, well, hopefully I remember the lyrics. I don't know if she's played it every show on this tour, or if we were truly the first city to get this song, but apparently it's the last song of their new album. It had this very old-timey feel in the beginning. Definitely sounded like they put a filter on her mic for the voice, and then towards further into the song, it did get a little bit heavier, but still had that old-timey feel. Definitely not my favorite. It definitely had a weird vibe ending the show, or ending their set. But overall, the set. Again, there were definitely some songs that weren't my favorite, but I really enjoyed the beginning of the set a lot. I feel like a little bit fell apart for me at the end, but it was a good set. All right, so now let's move on to Alkaline Trio. So they started with a recorded song that I don't think was theirs for sure, probably not. And then the band came out. Listen, they introduced almost every single song there were times I could understand what he was saying, and then there were times where I was just like, what? So if I get the wrong name, is because I either didn't hear him, I was writing while he was saying the name and then I couldn't remember what he had said, or it was because I just couldn't understand what he was saying. I think they literally didn't introduce one song and I just missed all the other ones. So I want to say this one had Walker. I don't know. That's what I heard, so I'm probably wrong. If I'm wrong, please comment and let me know what the song is actually called. I really like the instrumental intro, and that when the lyrics started, the instruments weren't as heavy, so it was like you got this like really heavy start, but then when the lyrics started, you could actually hear what they were saying, so I really liked that. Definitely a good first song in terms of energy. Then after that, they played Blackburn. Really liked that there were two singers, and I really liked the lyrics in the bridge in particular. That was a really good song. The next song, nothing major stuck out to me. Again, I liked it. There just wasn't a particular part, except for maybe the lyrics, the way that they were saying in the pre-chorus / chorus. I did like that. But then the following song, it was like immediate. I was like, oh my gosh, I like this song so much better than the previous one. So that was like huge. It was just like, ooh, I really like that song. So in that song that I immediately liked, I loved the verses and the part where repetition in the pre-chorus particularly. That was really good. So then after that, they played I'm Only Here to Disappoint. The drummer did some background vocals, which any drummer who sings is super impressive. So at the beginning, it seemed like the lyrics and the music were like almost like off, but then quickly got back on within like the first two lyrics. So like definitely, I don't know, it was weird. But I really liked the song. It was a good song. It just like had that one moment I was like, wait, is this supposed to sound like that or not? Then he talked about Teddy Perkins. I don't know who that is. I don't know if it was a Teddy Perkins cover. Again, I don't know who that is. You might be like, Teddy Perkins, not even in the music business. I have no idea. I'm so sorry. But he was like, hey, any Teddy Perkins fans out there? And no one said anything. And he was like, okay, well, this one's for Teddy Perkins. And I was like, oh, no, who that is. Definitely had a slower start, but I did really like it once it got a little bit heavier. The song after that had a much quicker and heavier start, so I immediately really liked that as well. And I really, really liked the lyrics in the first verse to that song. After that, they thanked everyone who served in service, whether it was Army, Navy, Marines. And then I want to say it was Nose on the Table, guys. Nose, Rose, I don't know, something on the table. Again, please let me know if you know. Really, really liked the instrumental transitions. Loved them. Like, so much between the verses and the choruses. I don't even know if there was a chorus. It may have just been an instrumental chorus. If that was the case, fantastic. Loved the instrumental transitions so much in that song. Then they talked about a guy who... Okay, so then there was like this like clash of guitarists and bassists, right? So they were both on and off singing. There was, you know, one person who sang a little bit more than the other. And so the one guy was trying to address like this fan who was crowd surfing and had fallen into the crowd like right at the front, and then the other guitarist or bassist was like trying to talk about something else. So it was like a back and forth. I don't know, it just like got real weird. So then the next song was for an author. Oh, so that's maybe what the guitarist was trying to talk about, right? He's trying to introduce the next song as a song for an author who wrote a book. And of course, do you think I remember the book? No, I was writing and trying to figure it out. But I really love the instrumentals on the opening and love the lyrics in the first verse. I think this song was the highlight of their set for me. I really, really liked that song. Then after that, they had a slow piano sound while the band went like crazy on their instruments, and I loved every second of that. It was so good. The contrast was awesome. It was like you just get this like slower, like one note piano thing, but then they're like going nuts. Like all three of them were just going nuts together. So that was really awesome. I really, really liked that in the next song. I thought it was a great follow-up, and I really enjoyed that. So then after that, the bassist again was doing one thing while the guitarist was doing another. They were just like couldn't figure it out. They played Fatally Yours. I really liked the lyrics and the sound of the first verse and the chorus. I really liked how it sounded. Then they had like this recorded voice play, and I really liked the quick, short feel of the bass and of the lyrics. So this was like a solid like 4-chunk song for me. Like chunk of songs for me. I really, really liked it. I thought it was really, really like fantastic, and I'm pretty sure the next song also fell into that chunk. So it was Balanced on the Shelf was the next song. Really great instrumental open. Loved the short, quick feel once the lyrics started. So again, that was like, those 5 songs were fantastic. It had like my highlight song I really loved, and then 4 great songs after that. Then they played a song, and again, all I heard was all either on or hour, all on or all hour blank, and I couldn't fill in the blank. I really liked the lyrics in the first verse a lot. I'm pretty sure he added DC to the lyrics, which I thought was pretty cool. And I do think he actually added DC earlier on in the set. And if you know, please just let me know. I like one time though, but this song in particular, I think it was like a few times throughout that he added DC. So that was cool. I like when bands do that, it makes it fun. And then for their last song, I really liked the opening instrumentals. It had like a slower feel, and again, I'm pretty sure he added DC again. They stopped playing the instruments at one point so that they could just sing the one line. I really liked the end of the song. Unfortunately, it was kind of out of place just because the previous like 6 songs had this like heavy, like awesome energy to it, and then it was just like this slower song to end on, especially to end a set, right? You're supposed to be the hype band for the upcoming band, so I liked the song, don't get me wrong. I thought it was good. It just like left a weird vibe in my mouth at the end. But overall, I thought they were really good. Again, just like that weird banter on the stage where they were like trying to like do different things at the same time. All right, so let's get into Coheed. Oh boy, what a show. All right, so 10 minutes before they were supposed to start, they were supposed to start at 9 o'clock. So at 8:50, the lights get lifted, and they played like a full song. I don't know who the song was by. It could have been their song. I honestly don't know, guys. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so then after that song played, the lights went off, and the stage, like the center of the stage lit up, and so in the center of the stage they had this like pattern thing, like a symbol, and so there was like lights on the symbol. So you could see the symbol, and behind the symbol you could see that something had been blown up, like a giant inflatable thing. Couldn't see what it was, but you could see that something had been blown up. And then this like recorded creepy voice came on the stage, and the lights came on to reveal this like inflatable monster thing, which was super cool. It had lights on the inside of it. It looked a little bit like a trachea on the bottom, and then like a uterus on the top, as weird as that's gonna sound. It was pretty cool though. Now I feel like you're picturing this weird thing, but it was cool. Sorry. So yeah, so anyway, then the band came out and they played an instrumental opening. Really good first song. The crowd was super engaged. I really liked the instrumentals, were really impressive. And again, this is the first time I've ever seen Coheed and Cambria, so just like seeing them live and hearing his voice like not through a stereo or headphone was like, whoa. So I really liked that. I really loved the bridge of this song. The lead singer like rocked out during instrumental parts, which I loved, and the crowd got to sing a part of the song. So that was just the first song, people. Like super epic. It was awesome. I didn't know the song, but it was really fun. So for the second song, the singer sang the first word and then handed it over to the crowd. The instrumentals really kicked in, and then he took it back over again. I really enjoyed the lyrics, especially in the chorus/bridge, and they had smoke jets like every now and then throughout the song. So for the third song, there was like a slower, like more epic feel to the beginning. So it was still very instrumentally heavy. Don't mistake slow with like quiet, because that is gonna happen a lot, right? Just because I say slower doesn't mean I mean like quieter. So very instrumentally heavy, but definitely had like that like more like epic ballad sort of vibe. Loved the instrumentals and the lyrics in the first verse. Really loved the change in singing during the second verse. And then that's when I realized it was Beautiful Loser, which is off their new album, which I had listened to a few times before the show. So I really, really liked that song and thought it was really good. Then after that, they played a much like faster, quicker feel right from the get-go. They let the crowd sing the chorus after the instrumental bridge, which was pretty cool. The following song had a very similar instrumental feel to the previous song. And then there was a part where they were like, oh, part. I really loved that part. The crowd sang it. It was really cool. It just like fit perfectly with the song. It was really, really cool. After that, they talked about having played the 930 Club. So that was like, oh, you've been to DC before. And then they thanked the previous bands, so Mothica and Alkaline Trio. After that, they played a song off their new album. The singer actually was behind like a little keyboard set, and he was playing the keyboard, which I actually really liked. The pre-chorus, I liked the way that they were saying. I liked the lyrics, and then I liked the way the lyrics were saying in the pre-chorus. But I also actually really loved in the bridge the keyboard part. So I thought that was like a well-placed keyboard. It was like random that it was weird because he was like behind this keyboard, so he wasn't very like active and going crazy like he had been for the other songs. But again, that keyboard part in the bridge like really was worth it. It was very good. The next song I actually recognized. Yay, finally a song that I recognized. It was really fun. Like super rock opening, loved it. The crowd sang lines in the chorus. There were smoke jets. Then he transitioned to the next song. Honestly, I couldn't really tell if it was the next song. This happens like 2 more times, guys. It sounded very different, but it may have just been like the bridge and the ending. So I'm not really sure if they played another song. They may have, they may not have. I don't know, but it was great. It was still good. It had obviously a very similar sound to the previous song, if that was the case. And this was a song that I recognized, so the fact that I still couldn't tell, not great. Okay, so then I like loved the instrumental transition to the next song. It was like so short, but it was so good. I don't know, I'm assuming it was part of the like bigger song, like overall, but man, I just, that one little moment, I was like, ooh, I really like this instrument. So then that like creepy recorded voice came back on with like this quick, just quickly, and the crowd started singing immediately when the instrumental started. There were smoke jets. It was great, super fun. After that, the stage went dark. There were images on the screen, and then some music was playing, like just like keyboard, electronic music was playing. And then all of a sudden the spotlight came on, and the lead singer was there with an acoustic guitar. Definitely a less heavy song, and a slower song as well. I really liked the lyrics. Then the band came back in for the instrumental bridge. The lead singer switched guitars at that point. Then they had like this long instrumental end, and the other guitarist had like a guitar solo kind of in there. So yeah, that was pretty epic way to end an acoustic beginning to a song. The next song had a slower start, but it was a really good follow-up to the previous song. I thought that they did a really nice job with that. And then the song after that actually had like a quicker, short feel at the beginning, but it still had like a slower vibe. So I thought that was a really good 3 songs right in a row, right? You do your acoustic, but then you kind of end with a non-acoustic, and then you play a slower song that matches that vibe, and then you play another song that has a shorter, quicker feel, but still has that same vibe. So I really did like that 3 in a row. I thought that they were well placed. But then it got much heavier and had a faster chorus, and I actually did recognize the song from their new album. So yeah. So then after that, the crowd sang the first few lines. There was a quick, short feel, especially on the guitar during the verses. I really liked that. And then they let the crowd sing a few more lines here or there throughout. Okay, so this is again where I don't know if they transitioned to another song or if it was all just the same song. This particular time, I'm pretty sure it was still the same song. It was just so long, and there was just so much transition. Like, the music, like, pretty much came to a stop, and then, like, they kept playing. So, yeah. Again, I'm not sure if it was 2 songs or just 1 song, but either way, they had, like, a fast cool sounding part on the guitar. So I really liked that part of the show. And again, I apologize for not knowing. After that, they definitely played a new song because it was a song that I recognized. It had slower feel during the verses. I really liked the second verse and the chorus. They let the crowd sing some of the lyrics. It seemed like there were subtle pacing changes, especially like in the last few repetitions of the lyrics of the song. And I loved it. I could definitely, I feel like I could tell like he was either holding a word or didn't say, or took a longer pause between words. I really, really liked that. And again, if you feel the same way, or you're like, oh no, that definitely was a change, or no, he definitely didn't change it, please let me know. So then after that, the crowd sang a lot of the next song, which I definitely recognized. Super fun to see live. Perfect follow-up for me personally. It was like a song I pretty much recognized, and then a song I definitely recognized, so it was great. It was really fun. Then the stage went black, and again, like, images were on the screen, and that like more electronic music was being played in the and then they came back out. The next song had a slower start to it, and like all the guitarists and the bass player, the lead singer, the guitarist, and the bass player were all like harmonizing at the beginning. Definitely not my choice as a follow-up for songs that I knew. Was a little bit like, why this song? But then all of a sudden, it was just like so heavy instrumentally. Like it went from like this like slow, quiet to like whoa instrumentals, whoa, which I actually liked. But then it was interesting because the verse still had that like slower feeling, the next verse after that. And then it kind of slowed down again for the bridge, but I liked the lyrics in the bridge a lot. So yeah, that was definitely an interesting song. It kind of like was a roller coaster. Because then the music dropped, but then it came back, and then there were smoke jets with the very heavy instrumental part, and then it dropped again for the next part of the song, but then it built back up again. So that song was just like a roller coaster for sure. After that, they all left the stage. Music was being played, but there was nothing on the screen this time, and then the music stopped and the lights like kind of changed. So that was where they kind of like had been gone off and were coming back for their encore. Okay, so then the next song they played, definitely recognized. That was like one of the songs I was like really looking forward to hearing them play. So fun to see. Great way to start the encore. So excited. My only issue was because they had played that song on the encore, I had a feeling they were not going to play the song I wanted them to play next. I had a feeling they were going to play a different song to end the show, and I was correct. They played a different song. I didn't recognize it at all, but he did have a double guitar, which was pretty cool, and at one point he played the guitar on his head, which was really impressive. So yeah, I was sad that they didn't play the one song I wanted to play. Do you think I know the title of that song? No, I do not. But it's the one that talks about Neverwhere. That's the one I really wanted to see. So they didn't play that song, and I was really sad, and it's definitely going to impact my score. But that being said, their set was super epic. Like, again, just hearing his voice not through a headphone or a stereo was just like so cool. And then just their show was impressive, and they are all impressive, right? Just the way that they can move around the stage and stuff like that. All right, so score-wise, I thought Mothica was really good. I liked the beginning of their set more than the end. Definitely had one or two songs that I was just not a fan of, but overall, really impressive set. And I do actually like that she told the story. I know some people may not have appreciated that, but I like that she took the time to talk about something that was important to her. And as an opener, you often don't do that because you don't have the time to do that. But I like that she kind of took the time and made what was important to her important to everyone. Alkaline Trio, very good. Definitely a few songs I was like about, but really liked a lot of the songs. Again, their banter on the stage, the fact that they like couldn't figure it out, I thought was actually kind of like funny and charming. But yeah, that was just like an interesting thing. I can't remember a time recently that I've seen that happen. And then Coheed and Cambria was just amazing, like just so good. The one follow-up song that I didn't like was that after, of course, like the song that I knew and was super excited about. then they played that slower start song, which then had like that epic, and then it was not epic, and then it was epic. So that was probably the low for me in Coheed and Cambria's set. But even though I didn't know a lot of the songs, they were still so good. They were so energetic. There was just such a fun energy in the room. And even like the newer songs, the crowd was still going wild for, so I was really impressed. Their album had only been out for a month today actually. So yeah, really impressive. Okay, scores. Boy, they didn't play my song, which was really, really disappointing. And I'm really, really actually very disappointed because when I had tickets before for pre-COVID, they were going to do 20-year anniversary for their first album. That song is not on the first album, but because they didn't have their new album out, I can guarantee you they would have played that song because it's a pretty popular song. At least I think so. I don't know. So I was a little disappointed because I feel like I would, if I had been able to see them in October 2020, I feel like they would have played that song. But now that they have a new album out, they obviously played a lot more from that, which was fine. I liked those songs. I'm not saying that, but I just really wanted to see that one song. Come on, guys. Alkaline Trio was great. I liked them. Again, they had definitely some lulls for me. And then Mothica, same thing, right? I definitely liked the first 4 songs, but then the rest were okay or just for me. I'm gonna give this one, gosh, this is really hard. I'm gonna give this one an 8.75. I'm trying not to be too biased about the fact that Coheed didn't play my song. But also I'm trying not to be too biased about the fact that I didn't know a lot of the music going in. But it is interesting. 8.5, that's where I'm at. Let me know if you agree. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.